Barre Class was so good. Apparently this only sticks on glass. There we go. Yeah, Barre Class was so good. It just felt really good to stretch and tone. And yeah, it just feels really nice to get back into it. And I love going into the class when it's dark outside and then the sun rises and it just like feels like you are meeting the day on your terms. This is one of my favorite sweatshirts ever. Banksy, that I got from the Banksy Museum in Amsterdam. And this is from Target. I'm a big fan of not wearing luxury should I break that one too? Luxury seriously. Sorry, I got really my clothing rack. I have this thing where I always break clothing racks, but I am really not a fan of luxury workout wear because it's just ridiculous. Like, the cheap stuff is just as good. Like my leggings that you saw earlier from Old Navy. I've had them for ages and they were like $22. And they're really thick and durable, and yeah, so I don't know, I just can't. The only thing I can get on board with is like an under, when I used to run long distance running and I would get like the high tech heat cool stuff, which was great because when I'd run half marathons, you know, it'd be like 30 degrees in the morning and then 60 degrees by the end of the race, so kind of need that climate control. But unless you're doing something really intense, I just go for the cheap stuff. What I'm doing right now is the rest of my Crest White strips. Now I know my teeth look white, but the problem is I still have 3 more to go. I'm such a baby when it comes to these. My teeth are so sensitive. So I had to take a break. Oh. Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Sexy. So I'm going to put these on while I'm in the shower, and then while I get ready, I'm going to read about who won at the Grammys last night. Okay. Oh, yeah.
A facsimile picture of the USS Hancock was transmitted wirelessly by radio waves to Washington, D.C., being bounced off the moon. Daily Tech Headlines will be back to the news Monday through Friday. Talk to you then.
Sounds good.
In the skim. Quote of the day. Still drooling over her handbag, Madonna, posting a pic of herself with her Louis Vuitton bag, while topless. She's a material girl.
Random.
Putin on the pressure. The story. This weekend, thousands of Russians across the country protested the upcoming presidential election. What's this about? These protests were organized by opposition leader Alexei Navalny, a major critic of Russian President Vladimir Putin. The Kremlin's been trying to silence him in hopes of avoiding another mass uprising like the one that happened during the last presidential election. Navalny planned to run for president, but was convicted last year on charges that conveniently disqualified him from the process. Now, he's calling on his supporters to boycott March's election, which he says is rigged, and saying that the Gov cherry-picked other candidates to make the whole thing seem legit. What's the latest? Navalny was arrested and later released, and his supporters came out to protest in cities all over the country, even in places that were below freezing. The skim. It was a young crowd at this weekend's protests, and some don't know Russia without Putin in office. With Navalny leading the anti-Gov charge, his supporters will probably hit the streets again before the March election. What people are watching. Afghanistan. This morning, suicide bombers and gunmen attacked a military academy in Kabul and killed at least 11 soldiers. ISIS claimed responsibility.
Of course
it's
they
part
did.
of a string of attacks there, including this weekend's suicide car bombing at a police checkpoint that killed more than 100 people. The Taliban claimed responsibility for that attack. These attacks aren't unusual at this point in Afghanistan, but this recent wave has many people concerned about the Afghan gov's failure to keep people safe. What to say when someone tries to cut you in line? Sit down, be humble. That hours-long concert to watch last night was the Grammys. Bruno Mars cleaned up with 6 awards, including Album of the Year. Kendrick Lamar and Kesha delivered the performances of the night. Kendrick beat out Jay-Z for Best Rap Album, but gave a shout-out to Jay for Prez. It wasn't Jay's only political moment yesterday. Blue had to remind her parents to be cool. Camila Cabello was there for the Dreamers. And many stars wore white roses in support of the Time's Up movement against sexual misconduct. What to say when you move into a new apartment? IKEA run? Over the weekend, the company's founder Ingvar Kamprad died at 91 years old. The business mogul started the Swedish company when he was 17. He came up with flat pack furniture, which, as we learned in college, has people setting up their own furniture or trying. He's known for being frugal with his billions, and for his membership in a Swedish pro-Nazi movement in the 40s.
Oh, God.
He later said sorry. Now, IKEA has more than 400 locations around the world, and brings in billions of dollars every year. Plus, those meatballs. What to say when you have a bad hand? I'm out. Over the weekend, billionaire casino mogul Steve Wynn stepped down from his position as finance chairman of the Republican National Committee. Last week, a report came out about dozens of people accusing Wynn of things like pressuring the casino's spa and salon employees to have sex and demanding massages while he was naked. Now, some are calling on the RNC to give his money back. Meanwhile, former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton got backlash after a report came out that she ignored sexual harassment accusations against one of her advisors. This was during her 2008 presidential campaign. The advisor reportedly didn't deny the accusations. Hillary said she was dismayed. What to say when you hear Tiger Woods is back? Roger Federer and Caroline Wozniacki are feeling pretty good, too. Both took home singles titles for the Australian Open. It was Federer's 20th. Not bad. From Reuters TV. Here are today's top stories.
Why one Tennessee town fears Trump's new tariffs. Hackers pull off one of the biggest ever heists of digital money.
Quite frankly, I was outraged for what he had done.
A special prosecutor turns up the heat at Michigan State in the Nassar probe.
This is Reuters Now.
Broken out today. Woo!
President Donald Trump's steep new tariffs on imported washing machines and solar panels are part of his aggressive America First agenda to encourage U.S. manufacturing. But here in Clarksville, Tennessee, that is back. These workers are building a new $250 million factory in this town north of Nashville. The product? Washing machines made by South Korea's LG Electronics. But LG will now face Trump's 20 to 50% tariffs on the washers they export to the U.S. Reuters reporter David Lauder visited Clarksville for the story.
If they lose market share because of these tariffs, they're going to be hiring fewer workers. They won't be producing as many washers, so they may not need the 600 workers that they pledged to hire at the start of this plant.
While support for President Trump is high in Clarksville, residents say that foreign-owned factories that have built here are providing local American jobs.
I can't explain to the people in Clarksville, Tennessee about international trade disputes. What I can explain to them is the prospect of a good job, a good paying job that they can use to support their families.
For now, the mayor is working to allow LG to open its plant sooner in hopes of minimizing any damage from the tariffs. Production is now due to start by the end of the year.
It's one of the biggest ever hacking heists of digital money. More than $500 million worth of so-called NEM coins, gone in a flash on Friday in Japan. Stolen from Tokyo-based CoinCheck. The cryptocurrency exchange was forced to freeze trading on all currencies except Bitcoin. CoinCheck promised to repay nearly 90% of what was taken with its own funds, a payout in yen, not digital coins, to around 260,000 affected customers. If that wasn't punishment enough, Reuters' Tom Wilson reports Tokyo's financial regulator has warned Coincheck to get its act together.
It wants to report to its desk within 2 weeks.
Ugh, my dress smells kind of gross. I'm not gonna lie.
How the exchange is going to prevent another occurrence. Coincheck is really drawn into attention again how these exchanges look after customers' money, both in cash as well as storing cryptocurrency.
It's the dress.
In the exchanges themselves.
Ugh, Jesus.
For Coincheck, it stores the NEM currency in what's called.
Come on, we're at the runway. Watch your shoot. Now I need
Many
to.
advocates suggest storing cryptocurrencies in cold wallets, which means they're not accessible from the internet and therefore harder to access.
NEM coins can actually
I don't
be
have a
traced,
spray, so I'm just
and
gonna
the NEM Foundation in Singapore says it has a full account.
All right, I'm ready. Ooh, I love this outfit. This is Nicole Miller from Rent the Runway. And these are my Stuart Weitzman boots that I love so much. And then I just have on some black tights. And you can't see it, but I got my Thinks on. My high-waisted Thinks. Love them, love them, love them. I'll be wearing them all week. Can't wait. Yeah, God, yeah, just love this. It's so much fun.
Kisses. Do you miss me? Did you miss me? Yes. Oh, I look. Thank you. Hello, Ruff.
I promise I went to work today. I went to Journelle to pick up my new PJs after work. I'm so happy. Ugh. I've been wanting some longer silk PJs that, they're just the bomb. They keep you warm, they keep you cool. You just feel really good when you're wearing them. And Journelle just has really beautiful ones that are, I hate saying this, like, well priced because they're really expensive, but silk pajamas are just really expensive actually. So ASOS had some for like $180, which are a little bit less. These were the $240, I think. But I've seen these in the store. I know they look beautiful. I know they feel beautiful, so I didn't really want to risk it. Because if I'm going to be spending, I actually bought some ones from Equipment from the Outnet, and I got them, and I really didn't like them. The silk was like the Equipment shirts, where it's not like a real silky, you know? It's kind of that like this type where it's like not as silky smooth. So yeah, I just wanted that silky smooth on my body when I'm falling asleep and going to bed. So when I'm falling to bed, when I fall into bed, which happens, but yeah, so I'm super excited about these. Yeah, I had a really good day actually. It went by really fast, and yeah, it was a nice little Monday. Ooh, I also got in the mail, I got lots of packages today. It was quite exciting. Some new hair treatment, which I'm excited to try. There's like a cap that you put on, and then these little protein boosters. So I'm interested to see if these work as well as my Olaplex treatments that I do. But yeah, they're from Korea, which is usually a good sign. So I thought I would look at the like single pops of color that I have in my wardrobe. Obviously that's my favorite color if I'm gonna wear a color. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna have dinner, maybe have a glass of wine, watch a not a movie, I'm watching an episode of Black Mirror, and then booking my Airbnb for Mexico. Must do that. And taking this one on a little walk. So yeah, can't wait. Talk later.